say, what wonderful weather we're having today. The sun is fair, the breeze is too. And have I got a deal for you? I traveled here and traveled there and sold these cookbooks everywhere. Take one look inside and see, even picky cooks agree. There's family favorites old and new. I'm sure there's one that's meant for you. Well, don't just stand there, come on in. I've got some things I must attend. Go make yourself at home, young man. The oven's hot, now where's that pan? There's coffee in the pot just there. The table's got an extra chair. I grin because I surely thought my cookbook was as good as bought. The hardest part of selling short is simply getting through the door. I said these books have done me well, but the recipes are hard to sell. She smiled and said, well, that may be, but recipes mean more to me. They're more than words on printed pages, more than lists of what to do. The best ones tell you how and why. That's what sees the baking through. I mentioned folks like what works best, and that's what puts these books to test. A recipe that's good and true is one that folks will come back to. She softly said, that's the key, a recipe's consistency. When every step is understood, it tends to end the way it should. She said, in my experience, the best of recipes make sense. It seems each step should lead the way towards the outcome, wouldn't you say? Every line has earned its place there. Every step was tried before. Skip the parts that seem unneeded. You'll regret advice unheeded. I mentioned every recipe has got its own identity. Each one must be unique somehow. That's what the folks are after now. She smiled and said, well, that is true, but here's another point of view. The finest recipes you'll find were written with a goal in mind. I said, you got me curious. Can I ask one thing of you? Of all the recipes you've kept, which one means the most to you? She smiled and walked across the room where memories were neatly stored. She reached into a battered box, then searched and searched a little more. She found a faded, folded page. The time it seemed had softly worn. She held it like a priceless thing, as though she feared it may get torn. She smiled and gently placed it so. Excitement grew, I had to know. I thought I'd find a family dish, or mama's finest pie, a recipe for homemade bread, or cake that money couldn't buy. Instead I read, go ye therefore. The first few words I saw, I looked back up in quiet awe. She smiled at what she saw. She said the finest recipes don't simply fill a plate. They change the lives of those who choose to follow every stage. The author knew what he designed, and every step rings true. The outcome's only realized for those who see it through. She led me to the door and smiled, come back when you're passing through. She stood there with a cookbook saying, "I'll pray that God takes care of you." I walked back to my old sedan and brushed away a quiet tear, then laid my briefcase on the back seat, turned the key and found first gear. As I drove, I touched the pocket where the folded page was placed. Close against my heart it rested, reminding me of saving grace. I may have started out that morning hoping I could make some dough, but I found a greater treasure driving through the evening's glow.